Gotcha! Okay, but how funny would it be, though, if after a year of not doing any reviews, I did 2 in 1 week? Not very funny. Alright. That is absolutely classic Oscarus, though. Put something off for so long and then absolutely tunnel through it at the end. To be fair, after the Cyberpunk review was uploaded, sat in my bedroom, my den if you will, workshopping what game I could do next, and unlike all those other times where I've had to trudge through archives of games with choice paralysis, this time, I instantly knew what game I was going to do next. Now with this game, I don't know, a passageway open to an absolute treasure trove of world building, lore and mystery, with many secrets still lost and found, a vault of finely tuned game progression, where every hint evolves and expands on each other, each one a secret passage into something deeper. It is an interesting case study, one with details in every nook and cranny. A dive into kingdoms and their politics. Well, from the statues of the monarchs in the game, I can certainly observe a Tory or two. Nevertheless, I now have the security to say that this game is perhaps the most addictive roguelite I've ever played. Rumpus Room. One of the great and really clever things about this game is that you can summarize it with just, you have inherited the estate of Mount Holly. It has many rooms, but your task is to find the hidden room, room 46. And that's it, end credits. But that's only already task number 1. Once you reach the room and finish the game, the actual game then begins. The more time you spend following the trail, the more hints you begin to notice. The more one mystery becomes 100 mysteries. A tale of politics, alternate worlds, claims to the monarchy, and disappearances awaits. Only if you want to know, of course, you can stop at any time. A key theme of the game is this spiral of discovery. When you get to one of these endings, if you're content with that, great, you can leave it there. The game encourages this. It's your absolute choice. Or you can delve further and further until no stone is left unturned. Well, good luck with that, because there are still unsolved mysteries that the community is working towards solving. And there's a whole lot of extra game to find regardless of those, so you're gonna be here for a while. The very essence of the game and the methods used in its puzzles are inspired by the book Maze, Solve the World's Most Challenging Puzzle by Christopher Mountain, a book where you have to start in room 1, then make it to room 45, and then make it back to room 1 in less than 16 steps. That sounds familiar. This book was released in 1985, and had a grand prize for whoever could find the intended route, whoever solved the puzzle, of $10,000, which adjusted for inflation is about 5 houses. But no one did. No one solved it. The deadline had to be extended until 1987, where the grand prize was spread between 12 people who found the correct route, but they didn't even find the correct methodology. They just got the closest. So the prize money was split between them. So yeah, there's probably more stuff hidden in blueprints. But following on from that, I think it's absolutely beautiful that so much care and effort has been put into these super late game areas, knowing only like 1% of players will actually reach them. I mean, only 38.2% of players on Steam have made it to room 46 after all. Blueprints is an extremely addictive roguelite where you use blueprints. Oh, I get it. To pick what room will I beyond the door you select. I know people have had that just one more run feeling with games like Isaac and Balatro, but I've never had that feeling hit quite as hard as with Blueprints. The entire estate lies on a 5x9 grid, and each room you pick will have different exits and entrances that will lead you to the next room so you can continue your journey upwards. There are some resources to manage along the way. Some doors will be locked and will need keys to open, and when you're given the option of picking one of the 3 rooms to draft, some of the more special rooms will cost a gem. No gem, no entry. Other than that, there are coins which lets you buy items or food that can be really helpful and can save a run, or the dice that allow you to reroll your options. And then you realize, ah, shit, I should have picked the one before. Ah, fuck, I have to restart now. Part of the natural progression of this game is learning what rooms are more likely to appear in specific areas, like the garage or the east and west wing halls. And also, effectively learning when to draft dead ends, usually leaving space for them earlier on, so they don't hinder your run later on when you just need that one last turn to make it towards the antechamber. You then also start learning the synergies that help you progress, like the terrace, which gets rid of the gem cost of green rooms, making them extremely free and strong choices going forwards, and usually with multiple doors. Or there's my favourite combo, which uses the foyer, which, whilst initially costing 2 gems, will make every orange room, which is a hallway, have all their doors be unlocked. You can combine this with the Great Hall, an extremely effective room which usually has the cost of having 7 locked doors, so usually you'd need 7 keys, but because you got the foyer earlier, all these doors are unlocked. So you then effectively get a 4-way room, a bunch of resources, and one of the levers required to pull to beat the game for free. Yeah, it's pretty good. There are some permanent unlocks that can be a really big help along the way. I won't spoil the process, but unlocking the apple orchard and something called chest power are so good that they make every run without them feel like a challenge run. Speaking of, the achievements and trophies in this game, combined with the 2 alternate dare and curse modes, and act as fun challenges. But that's something I would suggest doing way later into the game until you've beaten it probably a couple times. Oh, and you can run. There's a run button. It took me a little while to figure that one out. The art style is freaking sublime. It blends a pencil-drawn, cel-shaded type of style with extremely good colouring that is very unique, minimalistic, and just satisfying to look at. The way that the HUD carries the Blueprints theme is clever, and all the rooms have their own unique charms. A really cool detail with the rooms is that the aesthetic layout, not where the exits and entrances are, but stuff like the windows on the outside walls, will change depending on where you draft the room. A room that is drafted in the middle can't have any windows, but draft it on the side of the estate, and all of a sudden you're looking out on the outside world. You draft a room looking at the north, grey sky. Draft it on the south, see the sun come in. The game does have a palette of 128 colours to keep everything looking unified and intentional, which, knowing the game design, oh, it is. This is especially important due to how important colours are to Blueprints. It's called Blueprints, after all. It's not like there's some red prints or anything. Huh? Oh. Beyond the fact that every category of room is given its own distinct colour, you even learned that the colour of each memo that's just stuck around the place has its own connotation as well. It's very in-depth and well laid out, But even ignoring all that and just looking at the surface level, it's really relaxing to look at as well. Especially relaxing alongside the music. Now, the music be crazy though. Listen to this. Okay, that was only half a joke though. What's interesting about the soundtrack of this game, for the most part, there's either nothing playing, or it's these very simple kind of one-note loops in the background. This lack of music leaves you alone with your thoughts and the unique ambience for every room. Which is what makes the music hit that much harder when it finally does play. The further you progress through the estate, the more triggers you will find that will cause the music to play. A lot of these are tied to later spoilers and can act as a sort of victory lap for certain conditions. But a good early game example would be when you draft the garage to the west side of the estate and manage to power it on using the utility room, or the boiler room, allowing you to exit the estate through the west. This grants you not just another entrance into the estate further up the rows, but also the west gate, a permanent upgrade allowing you to access this whole section of the estate from the entrance. And that's not even mentioning this little hut over here, which, yeah, it's alright, it's a pretty good upgrade. It only lets you draft a whole new category of room. The outdoor rooms. This can lead to some super cool endgame stuff, and even the more simpler options like the tool shed can be super beneficial in reaching room 46 for the first time. Overall, wow, I was not expecting to like this game this much. I went into it nearly completely blind, expecting more of an escape room kind of thing. And whilst that is true for some of the rooms in the game, the overall gameplay is just completely unique and can't really be compared to anything else. I really thought that Metaphor was going to have the easiest, best old game that I just happened to play this year run at the Game Awards 2026, but now I actually don't know. I actually have to stop and think about it. Shit. It's a very specific type of game. That might not be for everyone, but it seems to be my specific type of game, so it easily gets a 5 out of 5 stars from me. I mean, I streamed the game on my PS5 copy and then re-bought it on Steam afterwards, so it would be easier to play on demand. How can that get anything else but a 5? And the good thing, Blueprints may be far from over. Aside from the completely unrelated sequel, things like the Digiblocks console edition in the gift shop and the missing switch at the bottom of the utility closet all point towards potential updates with added content. And if it does get an update, I personally cannot wait to dive back in and uncover all of these new mysteries. Or watch other people solve them on YouTube for me.